Yeah. Let's see what happens here. No, I don't know what happened. I think he blocked me. He was like, girl, I don't got time for you today, and I'm blocking you. We'll see, though. I know I can find. I think he blocked me.
Uh-oh. Yeah, a lot of people said that. A lot.
A lot of people said that he blocked him. Trying to make this thing stay.
Yeah, they were saying, "Oh, we got blocked."
Don't fight. But let me see if I just look at him this way, because it was literally just up here, like literally. I know he changed his picture, but if that's the case, I'm gonna have to send you all these.
He's always doing.
I'm gonna have to send you all the screenshots I took of what I needed.
Okay.
But I'm gonna look one more time, because I don't believe just from 2 seconds ago that he deleted it.
Okay.
Looking for the picture. Is this it? No. Send me my email when you, because I don't know why it would have went away, because literally 5 minutes before I came on here, it was up there. So I'm like, what's going on? So let's try this. Let's try to go to perfect. There it goes. He went. He knew that one. Can you mute your mic? Let's talk. Can you mute your mic?
Okay.
Good evening. Today we're just going to be talking about Summer Wells and just a little bit about Don and the statements he's been making. A little bit about pretty much everything. We're just going to try to go over everything, make sense of some of it. Hey, Shay Works by Faith. How are you doing this evening? Welcome. Just getting everything pretty much set up. It was set up before, but you know me, something's always going wrong. But it's all together now. We're just going to go over a few of his statements. Well, not statements, a few of his posts. And try to make sense of some of it. Sometimes I'm thinking he doesn't really know what happened and he's going off of whatever his wife has told him. But then sometimes I'm like, it's the fact that he's using too much of like God and worship, and it just seems kind of not real at the same time. Hi, sweet peas. How are you doing? Everyone is well today. We all woke up, so that's a thumbs up for all of us. So yeah, we're just going to be talking Summer Wells today. And like it says, the first 5 to 10 active chatters in the chat. On couple of my other videos, I don't know if you guys seen it yet, but I put a couple of your guys' names in it, the ones that like pop up, talk, chat, engage and everything. So just showing you guys some love like you guys showed me. Shay Works by Faith says she's doing great. Thanks for asking. Right now we're just warming up, getting everything set up in order and how I really want to kind of like play out stuff, but it's mainly going to be about Donald and his Facebook and how he's reacting to a lot of the media and why we feel like Summer's mom is kind of not. And when she is, it's a little bit, I don't know, like she's being reserved about something. And we're also going to talk about how he and her are kind of trying to throw Hunter under the bus. So that was a little bit weird to me. And I seen a couple of posts that he wrote about Hunter, a couple of statements he's been saying, and she's been saying as well. Candy Rice says, finally caught your life. Finally caught me, right? I mean, I'm always here and there, but I'm trying to find a time that I'm going to come on steady. So I'm thinking about Sundays because that'll be kind of the best day for me, because I know Saturdays, a lot of people are busy. On the weekdays, my son will be starting school soon, and it's kind of hard for me to get on live when most people are on, because he has practice at 4 o'clock. So by 3:30, I have to be on the road, ready to go. And once I get in, it's kind of late for everyone. So we have some popping up. Are you popping up again? So let's see. I don't know. You new news. Are you popping up on another screen? Did you send another request? Oh, I think she clicked up. I don't know what's going on. We'll see. But I'm gonna first read his first statement where he was giving the kidnappers 3 days. Then I'm gonna read the post where he gives them 2 more days then on the day. So we're gonna kind of go down his timeline and see what Donald has going on, what's going through his mind. Because to me, this is just not how a grieving father would act, if that makes sense. So let me find the date. That date is that's the day after the 4th of July is when he pops up with that, I don't know, outlandish statement to me. It didn't sound like. And then he says, he's exhausted from all of the pleading for his daughter's return when we didn't see any pleas from him until the 21st day. So I don't know what exhaustion he's talking about, but I guess we'll see now what exhaustion he's been dealing with, because I don't see it. I don't get it. It's just been a lot of talking from what I see. This needs to be plugged in. Don't know where it's at. Let's go down. We're at the 10th. We're trying to get all the way to July 5th. And I don't know if you guys want to read it and follow along. It's just on his Facebook. It's public, so it's not like no one else can read it, and I'm putting his personal information. He's been writing a lot, guys. He's been really into this Facebook here. So I'm kind of scrolling down on here. Okay, is it going to stop me? What's going on? I don't know what the sound is. You knew. Can you pause your mic or, you know what I mean, mute? You know what I'm trying to say? Because I can hear all your little beeps and stuff. Okay, which one is this? Okay, found it. It keeps stopping me at like the 9th. I don't know why. I have nothing else on here, so that shouldn't be an issue. It started over again. Okay, it's gonna let me go, I think. No, it's not. Why? You new news. Do you have passed on Donald's? I have it on my phone, but I can't pull it up on my phone right now. Do you
Okay.
have? It's on July 5th, and it's the statement, his post talking about, if this doesn't happen by the third day.
Okay, yeah. Let me pull it up. Hold on.
Because once I get to the 7th, it's like stopping. I'm going to try to go into another window, but in order for me to go in order, I need to read that one first, so it'll all make sense. I'll still try again and pull that up. It's weird because I could pull him up one way on my page, but if I try to pull him up another way, it doesn't come up. And he didn't block me. So, I mean, he might block me now, but.
Did you want me to send you a screenshot of it?
Yeah, you'll have to send it to my
email.
My email. Yeah, I'm trying to go back down on it again, but.
Okay, I'll do that right now. Hold on.
All right, cool. Because if I just start reading off everything, it's not going to make sense to anyone. Oh, wait. It might let me. Okay, wait. My computer might let me do it myself. Okay, I'm at the 7th. Come on, let's pray, guys. Yes, it's going. And we're at the 5th, so I might not need that email. Awesome. Let's see. Okay, let's go out.
I've already sent it.
Okay, I think I got to it actually when I went. It's like certain ways that I go to his page, it pops up just like that, but sometimes it doesn't. Okay, so I'm going to read.
All right,
This is his post. Okay, yeah, mute. This is his post. Hi, Notorious Nancy. How are you? Thanks for joining us. I'm going to just go over some of Don's post on his page from the 5th until now, from the day that he started playing for Summer, and he said he's doing it forever, but this is the first time we actually see him say something. And I read how people write, so sometimes I'm going to get it mixed up because he does have a lot of, he misspells a lot of words. It says, to the kidnappers of my daughter, I have asked God, and I believe he's given me the go-ahead to plead you first to release my daughter. And there should still be time for you to repent and change your ways and still obtain eternal life. If not, I will ask God for your destruction in a violent way. I'm asking at this time, please let her come home. We love her so much, it's indescribable. We're so deeply hurt. Just so you know how it will be if you don't let her go. In 3 days, I'm asking God for your destruction. Take it from me. Do not play with God. So that is the first plea that everyone else has seen, or most people have seen from him, because we've just been getting excuses of what happened, what didn't happen, and things like that. So that's basically the 3 days, and everybody's wondering why 3 days. Let me go to the comments and make sure I'm not missing anyone. Okay. Kind of says, I completely understand. I be driving 10 hours every day. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of driving, girl. Notorious says, burn question here. All initial reports said Summer was last seen walking down the road. Why is no one talking about this? There's a lot of stuff that's not being talked about, because they say that her mom was on a walk as well. That there was no thing of her going to the house with her brothers. They were on a walk, and then she sent her in the house with the brothers, and she went on a walk. So it's all confusing. No one's story is adding up. Candy says, I haven't heard much about this case. I am so behind on the information. I'm not super digging into this case. I know pretty much the ins and out of it, but this is not like one of my main cases, but it's one of them that I am talking about a lot lately. So there's questions I can't answer. If there's like a specific question and I don't know, I will look for it and go dig for it. And then I'll always pop back on and say, hey, you know that question, and then I'll give you guys your answers. But for the basics is somehow a little girl was with her mother. I'm not sure if her grandmother was there because there's stories with her grandmother and stories without her grandmother being there at a water hole with another 15-year-old boy and the mother. The mother and the 15-year-old were drinking. I'm not sure if Summer had any of that drink, but from there back to the house, I guess they were planting plants with the grandmother. She says she wanted to go in the house and play with her dolls. The mom says she took her to the door, but then she says she watched her walk to the door. The brother said, hey, she's in the basement. She went to the basement, called her name. She wasn't there. Another way she called her name, looked down there, and the door was open. It's so many different stories. So that's what we're trying to figure out right now, Candy. Shay Works by Faith says, I haven't heard that. I've heard that possibly she went missing before she was reported missing. I've heard that too. But then there's some people that came forward saying that they seen her that day, that those pictures are from that day. So I don't know, because even the friend, Allison, didn't say that, oh no, she wasn't in those clothes or nothing like that. She just said, you know, her mom really didn't let her touch her. She was just like, oh no, she's sleeping, kind of drove off. Notorious Nancy said, I rewatched the first reports today because I remembered the first missing poster saying that she was last seen walking on the road. And yep, news reports and press said the same. Yeah, I got your typo. It's cool. Nancy. Nancy. Candy Richardson says, hey, everybody in the chat, everybody, whoever's there. I can't really see. Oh, I got to see on this one. I'm using a different streaming network or whatever you call it. You guys know I'm still new to all this. So it's a little bit different. It looks a little different, but at least I can see some of the chat on here. Let's see. Hey, Miss D, how are you? Thanks for joining us. Let me take that off of there. I'll just plop that there. I'll take that banner down because we all know what we're in here doing. It doesn't need to be that big on there. All right. So the next one I wanted to read was the one from the 6th, which is the next day. And so you guys can kind of see, I don't know, just what do you guys think? That's what I want to know. So here's another one of his posts from the 5th. It's not the one where he's giving the 2 days. He says, if you don't think someone can grab your kid right out from under you, think again. There's plenty of abductions on YouTube. If someone grabs your kid and threw them in a car, by the time you fumble around finding your keys, they're down the road. But which road? Think again. Put it to the test and you'll be surprised. Okay, so what is that telling us? If he's putting it out there, your kid could be taken. And by the time you get your keys, who knows what road they went down. So did you guys see her being taken? Or did she go missing from the water hole? Did she go missing from the basement and nobody's seen? What is it? Hi, Tina. How are you? Did y'all see the last picture of Summer that was posted on another channel? Today, Dawn had a long gun and had Summer, and Summer was totally bald, not one strand of hair as she was holding a puppy. I didn't see that. News, did you check that?
That's the one I was telling you about, where they had the gun behind it.
Oh, that's the one you sent me in the picture.
Yes.
Oh, okay. See, that's why I'm like, when it just seems like there was abuse and neglect taking place way before any of this even came about. Hi, Nene, how are you? So yeah, Tina, there's a lot of like new pictures and a lot of information and things that aren't adding up that are coming out now. I think people are at the point to where it's like, hey, you guys tell the truth or we're going to let it be known. Because I believe her name is Robin, the lady that Summer looked up to. She was even saying, you know, she said she looked like she looked neglected. She looked like, you know, she needed someone to be there. She didn't have the care that she needed. So as far as them saying, oh, that's my little girl would be lost without her, I'm finding that a little bit hard to believe. It looks like they put more attention into the boys than they did of her. So I don't know. And then he goes to say, let me find the next one. Okay. So this is the next one that he says. To the abductors, this is now giving them 2 days. To the abductors, you have 2 days to turn Summer loose, or many will be joining me in my prayer for your destruction. I pray for your sake you will have a change of heart, but I believe he's saying Satan. I know Satan's whispering in your ear. Don't listen to him. Listen to the living God instead. Do what is right. There are many religions that can justify anything, but I promise his handwriting. But I promise they're run by Satan himself. Do not be fooled. Many of good Christians are praying for Summer and other innocent children. I am sure God is listening. Please do the right thing before it is too late, please. God, please help us in our cause as we turn to you, our Lord, King of Kings. We love you. So yes, Don has a problem with this spelling, so he kind of throws me off sometimes with what he's trying to say, because he's not saying Satan, he's saying Satan. And then, yeah, he's not saying Christians, he's saying, I don't even know what he's writing, but I'll fix it for him. So he says now they have 2 days to turn her loose, or many will be joining him in a prayer for the abductors' destruction. So we have kidnappers he's addressing, now abductors, same thing, but I don't know what Don is insinuating. I believe he's probably seen something or was told something about, because they're so sure about it being a kidnapping. And I don't get how they're so sure if no one has seen anything. Let me see here. Candy says, this is confusing. Too many stories. Yes, let me just go over here. Sorry, guys, is without me touching the screen. Candy says, I believe they know exactly what happened to Summer. All lies. I do too. Has to be. Somebody knows something, because with the little comments they're saying, it just makes no sense at all to me. Shay Works by Faith says she's seen that picture. I think we've seen that picture, and if you guys haven't seen that picture, News, do you want to pull that up and then show it in a bit for those of that haven't seen it? And then Tina says, no strands of hair to even test for drugs, poisons, toxins, or anything. Yes. Hi, Ozzy. How are you? Ozzy says, when did Robin say that? Okay, there goes the picture of Summer and her dad.
Somebody. Yeah, he has a gun. It looks like he's coming like towards her, kind of thing, and she's holding a puppy. It looks really, really morbid.
And then Ozzy, she's doing, I want to say it's kind of like an interview. I don't know who she was talking to. I don't know if you knew news. Okay, where she's talking and she's like kind of in tears, and she's kind of describing how Summer looked neglected and things like that. Do you know what I'm talking about? We were watching it earlier.
Yes.
Okay. Because Ozzy's asking, when did she say that? It was in a recent interview where she looks sad, and she looks even more sad than Candace. Candace is literally just standing there blank faced, and then they start talking to I believe her name is Robin, and she starts explaining
Robin.
how
Robin is a teacher in church.
And so they start acting.
She's distraught, but look at Candace. She's all chilled.
So, I mean, it was her teacher is even saying the same thing. Like, it's like, I don't know what's going on. Candy says he needs to shut up with all that garbage and tell the truth. I don't know. He says he's at work, but do we have any proof of him being at work, or was he off doing something else? Is there any pings, phone numbers, or anything saying that he was at work? I haven't seen that yet, so I do not know. Tina says, also Don is getting angry that they want to search near home, saying he doesn't believe that she's anywhere around there. Yes, and I always find that to be suspicious when they're like, no, don't look here. There's no reason to look here, because we see in many cases, and I'm going to bring it up again because I was right there, where Amari was, where his mother said, do not look. There's no way he would be by the McDonald's. There's no point in me even coming and looking here. He was literally right on the other side of the McDonald's. So by them saying, don't look here, who knows? They could be time for her body to decay more, and they don't know how she ended up there because it's a rural property. Somebody could have took her, did something to her, and buried them right there in her woods, and they could say, hey, we don't know anything about that. Anyone could have done that. So I think they're trying to alibi, and it's a bit much. He said, I have never heard Robin say anything. I could be saying her name wrong. It's the lady in the beginning where they showed her in the very beginning, and she was talking about Summer and how she was a good girl and stuff like that. She has like darker hair. Who am I talking about? Uni News. It's on my phone that I have in here. Her whole.
Because she has darker hair.
It's like brown.
You talking about not Robin, right? She's got blonde.
Who was telling the story? It's on. You sent me it, and she was telling the story about like how she looked neglected, and she just.
I'll pull it up. It's on the news. I'm gonna pull it up.
Okay, she'll pull it up. You'll know exactly who I'm talking about. Like I said, this is not a case I'm deeply in like I'm normally, but I'm starting to get that way after I'm hearing everything that I'm hearing. I'm starting to want to dig more, even though a lot of people are like, well, no, don't look into it because she has enough people looking into it. It's kind of piquing my interest. So I'm starting to get a lot deeper in this case, but I will find that for you, Ozzy. Let's see. Notorious Nancy says, as much as that little lady ran loose at that church, I wouldn't find it hard to believe that she ran around the property and could have been picked up. If she got down the main road, it breaks my heart. And that's true. And seeing how she run around and stuff like that and run from person to person, I do find it hard how they say she would never leave the property. And if she wanted that attention, who knows who could have came up and was like, hey, but I don't know. That's still kind of, it would have to be somebody they know. And some things tell me like, is it someone in the church? And that's why they're like, well, Dawn is like fully church. Yet still you see Candace sleeping in church with a hoodie on in the front row. So it's like, did someone really kidnap her, or do they know about this kidnapping and is covering it up with this story? I don't know. Ozzy says, I'll look at it again and see if I hear anything about neglect. Okay. Tina says, please enlarge the picture of Dawn and Summer bald. I'll make her screen bigger. How about that? Hold on. Let me make your screen bigger. Where are we at? Let me see if I can make you big. I don't know how to do that.
Layout. There you go.
Did I do it? No, they want to see the picture of Summer, her dad holding the gun in the back, and then you can show them that one where she's asleep. Well, this is the picture of her. There it goes. Her holding the puppy, and she was completely bald. And then he has like a little shotgun or something back, and she's holding the little puppy. And then the
He
other
looks like
picture,
he's coming towards her though, like, right? It doesn't look like he's standing still or anything. It looks like he's coming at her.
well, I don't know. He could have been
Orbit.
stepping into the picture. You know, I don't like to assume anything that
No,
I, you know,
saying he's doing it.
it's a
just
picture.
looks- yeah, it's just not like he's standing still is what I'm saying. I'm not saying he's doing anything there. It just looks kind of weird that he's coming, you know, with the gun like that. It just looks weird.
Yeah, it looks a little bit, I wouldn't be like that with my child, but I don't want to say he's going to do anything to her because it's a picture. I can't see full motion, so I don't know. But can you also show them the picture of her sleeping in church? The one you were showing right before? So
That's
this is,
right there next to her.
yeah, you see her just laid out in church. Don looks like he's into it, yeah, but she's just slouched over, hands in her pocket, in the front row. I know churches I go to, you laying in church like that, they'll tell you, you know, go to the women's lounge or whatever, get yourself together, but they would not allow us to just sleep in church like that. I don't know their rules though. Tina, let me know if it was a better view for you so that you can see the picture of little Summer. Notorious Nancy, working 30 minutes away, but says he headed to the house before everyone else did. I don't get it. I don't get that party. If you work 30 minutes away, she called you, said, hey, you know, Summer's gone. And I believe it was Dawn that called the police. But then when I heard the police scanner thing, it said the parents called. And the parents said that the mom was on a walk. So it just all confuses me on which story is correct. Because it's just so many conflicting stories. Ozzy says that was the second prayer circle, BRB. The second prayer circle. I mean, whatever it was, it had something to do where someone needed to be paying attention. And if you didn't want to be there paying attention, go to the lounge, go outside, go in your car, take a nap. It's prayer. So, I don't know. Robin is her Sunday school teacher. So I believe that's who it was that was speaking about her. Because I believe she said her name was Robin when they were talking to her and they said that it was Robin. Hi, Sugar Mama. How are you? You're welcome, Ozzy. No problem. I'll try to give you anything that I can. And if I make a mistake, I'll let you know, hey, and I'll come back and correct it. I'm not saying anything I'm saying is 100% because nothing we hear is 100% until we get complete facts. Right now, it's just us trying to put information together. So you're welcome, Ozzy. Hey, Lindra, how are you doing today? Candace' old workplace had complaint that Candace brought stuff for the boys, but never anything for Summer. See? And it looks like they give Summer all the hand-me-downs, like her hand-me-down brother's clothing. I'm like, what's that about? Does she get anything for herself? And when you see pictures on there, it's on Candace's Facebook. And I don't know if this is their house, but wherever Summer is like playing, it looks like a basement area or whatever. It just looks filthy and nasty down there. Like the floors are just dirty. She looks dirty. And I understand kids play in the dirt and stuff like that, but this looked like an inside area of her playing with some toys or something on the floor. It just didn't look Lindsley at all. Notorious Nancy says, I appreciate you don't jump to conclusions. Nope, that's not me, not my job. I say what I see, what I hear. If I see something in black and white, I'll say, hey, I've seen this for fact, that's that. Otherwise, you'll never catch me saying, oh no, I know for sure. Like if I'm saying something like, oh, I know she did not do that. It's me just kind of saying it in a way of, I don't know, but you guys get me. But if I'm saying something's fact, I'll say it's fact. Let's see. Like I'll say right now, I don't know if the parents have anything to do with it. Does it look a little suspicious? On some hands, it does look suspicious because we're getting multiple stories. But then on another hand, I could look at it as these are people that, well, Don especially, he's always looked at as, you know, getting into trouble. His record is not that great. So he doesn't know how to approach, you know, the public without it looking, you know, a little bit suspect. So he probably doesn't know how to approach people because he feels like, doesn't matter what I say, it's going to look the way everybody wants it to look. So do we know if someone came and took her? No. Do we know if they did something to her? We don't know that either. Does it look funny? Does it sound funny? Yes, to all of us it does. Let's see. Tina says, yes, Summer did look happy with the puppy. She looked happy with the puppy, but you know what? Hold on, let me make this back to how I think that's the right one. Yes, she did look happy with the puppy, but if you look at multiple of the pictures, I rarely see Summer smile. But at the same time, it could be her personality because I rarely see Candace smile. So it could just be in their nature, and we're just looking into things because we want answers. And just because we want answers doesn't mean we just make up whatever we want and then that's truth. So it could just be in their personality, because I have a friend, she's from Russia. Her mom, her dad, her brothers, they are all serious. I rarely see her smile or laugh. But that doesn't mean she's not happy. That's just their personality. So, hey, well, hi, Tracy. How are you? Thanks for joining us. Hey, it's better to be late than never. So you're all good. Let's see. Did I catch up to everybody? Yes. So we're going to read the next one. So we read when they had 3 days. Then we read after they had 2 days. So let's go to.
Are you ready for me for that video?
Which one?
The one about Robin?
Oh, yeah, you can play that here. Let me put it on. Let me see if I can give you full screen. If I learn how to do it right. No, that's not full. No,
It's
that's
good.
well, that's good. Go ahead.
It's good.
Hard to teach because she had her arms around me all the time, and there were times I get frustrated with it because I was like, I need to have my hands, I need to do my job, as teaching, and she just wanted love so much, and I treasured that. I absolutely treasured that, and I'd do anything to have her arms around my neck again. I really would. I just love her so much, and she just had so much love to give.
That's not the one I was talking about. But that is one. That's not the one I was talking about. We were looking at it earlier, and it was a lady describing Summer, and she had darker hair.
She had darker hair?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me see. Oh, look. I'll keep looking.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna read another one. Well, the one that should be after that. So then he starts talking about Jezebels and things like that. So he says, there seems to be something familiar with all the negativity and similar spirits, the spirit of Jezebel. Then he posts, also check out what is a Jezebel spirit. Did you pull that up, Uni News? The definition? Or did I send it to you on your phone? He says to check out what a Jezebel spirit is. He said, everything is starting to look familiar. Everything's all starting to be negative. So then he says to look up what a Jezebel spirit is. So I'm like, hey, look that up. And then let's see.
I looked it up.
Okay, here.
You got it?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Okay. All right. So basically, a Jezebel, it says, I don't know how to say that. I think it's Financian, something like that. Anyway, it says wife of Ahab, who, according to the account in 1 and 2 Kings, pressed the cut of the ball on the Israelis' kingdom, but was finally killed in accordance with Elijah prophecy. And what it means is it's a shameless, morally unrestrained woman. That's what it means. So basically trash, trampy, that type of thing. Hussy. That's what it says on there.
Okay, I found it, and it says
Different.
there's a variety of opinions about what constitutes a Jezebel spirit. Everything from sexual looseness in a woman to the teaching of false doctrine by a man or a woman. The Bible does not mention a Jezebel spirit, although it has plenty to say about Jezebel herself.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I know you were reading like the harder version of it. That's basically what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, just basically a promiscuous woman to me is what it seems to be. So I'll look that up. And then he says, so how would you address the kidnappers if your precious 5-year-old daughter, after you have pleaded with them for weeks? Mind you, this is on July 5th, okay? July 6th. July 5th is where he gave them 3 days. And that's the first we've seen of him playing or anything like that. And he's saying, he doesn't even spell it right. So I believe he's saying precious. He spells it Precouse. So I just translated it for me. And I think he says, so how would you address the kidnappers of your precious 5-year-old daughter after have pleading with them for weeks? So I didn't see lots of pleas. I don't know if you guys seen a lot of him pleading. I seen a lot of excuses on, what didn't happen and what they think happened. I didn't see him playing like bring my daughter back. I know you guys have her. I mean, I'm seeing about this yellow car, but no police are speaking of the yellow car. The only car they're speaking of is the red car. And now we know the red car was found. They found the red car miles away without license plates. When they found it without the license plates, they looked it up and it came back to be their next door neighbor. So they're still questioning the next door neighbor because why did they see that car fleeing? Why is it somewhere else? And why are the plates missing? So we're still looking into that. So they knew where the car was from. Who knows? The next door neighbors could have had something to do with it. And, they're like, okay, let's get rid of the car. We don't know what's going on at this point. It's just too much. Let me go to the comments. Okay. LaKendra said, still in the hospital, send me your prayers. I send you all my prayers. I would have been in the hospital too, but I decided not to go. I got into a car accident yesterday. My neck is all kinds of, my back is, but I was like, you know what? I know they're going to have me sit in there for hours. That's more of me probably going to get coronavirus, which I don't want to deal with. So I've just been taking Motrin and things like that. But everyone, let's send our prayers out to LaKendra. Hope you feel better. Whatever's going on, God will fix it. Tracy said, I asked someone last night, does anyone know if Summer was in church this Sunday before she went missing? Because I think Don was there for it. Because I think Don was there for it. He did slip up and say we weren't but 30 to 40 feet away. I asked someone last night, does anyone know if Summer was in the church this Saturday before she went, the Saturday she went missing? Because I think Don was there for it. He did slip up and say we weren't but 30 to 40 feet away. I don't know. I didn't hear that, and I don't know if she was in the church. I'm assuming if they were in church like they say they are, maybe she was.
Are they talking about when she was
Oh, we lost her. I don't know what happened. I'm not sure when. Tracy, if you can elaborate, when were you talking about? Let me see.
I knocked myself off on accident. The button is too close to the.
Okay.
Okay, so basically, are you talking about when they were in church and he was there and she was just kind of like running around and she was in there in Robin's arms, like she's being held by the lady and her head is
I
bald?
believe. Let me see. I believe that was Tracy that asked that. I'm unsure. So let me see. Tracy asked that question. She's asking, was Summer in church that Saturday before she went missing?
I'm trying to find out, excuse me. I'm trying to find out if it's the one she's talking about is when she's bald headed and she's in Robin's hand, in Robin's arms while she's singing.
I'll wait for her answer back. I'm not sure yet. We will see what she says.
So this video,
Tina
nobody,
says,
it's
hold on.
actually,
Wait a
okay.
second. Wait a second.
Okay.
Tina says, prayers to Kendra. Shay works by faith says, hey LaKendra, prayers for a speedy recovery. Sugar Mama says, LaKendra, speedy recovery. So I just wanted to say that. Okay, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, can I show this video? It
Sure.
actually shows her laughing and giggling and playing. I haven't heard this. I have not heard this one.
On Tuesday night.
Okay, go ahead.
They took their own PTO time out. They took comp time. They took whatever they had to do, knowing that they wanted to be there. They had to be. That was a decision I knew going in that there was a possibility I was going to have to.
Can't really see it. Scoot it up a little bit.
How many hours we were going to be up there searching for
Wait,
something.
where are we looking at? On the side?
But I can honestly say that was.
She's going to be on there in a minute. She's going to be
okay.
giggling.
It's
not a long
video
or
that were
anything.
involved from other agencies out of state, getting together.
Let me skip
every
that
day.
part. I don't
Hey,
think that's really the part I
because
wanted
she
to
had her
say.
arms around me all the time, and there were times I get frustrated with it because I was like, I need to have my hands, I need to do my job, as teaching, and she just wanted love so much, and I treasured that. I absolutely treasured that, and I'd do anything to have her arms around my neck again. I really would. I just love her so much, and she just had so much love to give. This is just one more miracle. I mean, it's not too much to ask of God. God can do this. He's got this. We just have to believe. I don't want to give up.
Listen to her.
Summer, what are you doing? She got that in your face.
Summer, stop. I did it.
You're gonna get hit in the face. Oh my God. Do another one. Girl, you'll have something to get hit in the face.
That I've never heard her laughing and giggling. That's the first
I know.
thing.
I wonder about that swing, like, because they brought that swing up, And did they let them fully search the property? I wonder. Let's see. Notorious Nancy says, this is why Boy H gets called Macbeth. Let's see. Okay. And we know who Boy H is. Jessa. Hi, Jessabella. Thank you for joining us. Hi, Make It Go Viral. How are you? Oh my gosh. I hope you feel better soon. Thank you so much. It was like out of nowhere, like on the freeway. I was stuck on the freeway. I couldn't even change gears. So my car is, I don't know if it's totaled, but they had to like tow it and everything. So we'll see what happens. Let's see. Make It Go Viral says, very shady case. Summer Moon Well. And I believe her name is Summer Moon Wells. Because I've seen that written. He wrote it all out on his Facebook. Notorious Nancy says, the church posts services on YouTube. I'm sure you could go back and see if she's there. Okay. So since they do, a lot of churches are doing the virtual church because of the COVID. So that is a possibility because you can't hide that. Lakenda says, sorry to hear that. It's good. I'm still here. I'm still breathing. My son is okay. He like that scared me more than anything because I really don't know if I blacked out. I just was on the freeway like with no cars around me. So I was just like, what happened? Like after the impact. And like I kind of was like, and he was saying mom, and I'm like, I'm looking around and then I'm like trying to put the car in gear, but it wasn't going into gear because I guess where it hit, I believe it was like a chain reaction hit. And then I'm assuming I live close to Mexico. So I'm assuming everybody was just like, let me get out of here. Let me get out of here. And so I'm like looking for other drivers. And by the time I look around, everybody's gone. So at least he's okay, first of all. And I'm okay. We just gotta get the car fixed. Here's the church services. So they are
January 23rd. So if you're wondering why, in a couple of these clips that she has on the dress, it's not same clothes as this new day. It's because there's certain parts of these videos where they don't have.
That little girl was allowed to run around. She's literally allowed to run around through the church because they just probably sleeping and chilling.
Some churches are very open like that. Some churches are come as you are. You know, we accept you however you are. Some churches are no, women have to wear skirts down to their ankles and shirts up to here. Everywhere is different. And to me, if you're gonna serve God, I don't care how you come.
No,
It's
not. No,
straight
not.
off of the street, and they should be
Yeah.
able to serve. But we don't know how it is out there because I mean I'm not from Tennessee, so I don't know.
Yeah. No, I wasn't talking about the way she was dressed. I'm saying they allow her to just like run through the church and go hang out with Robin while they're just sitting there sleeping. Like,
but that's what I'm saying. Churches are different. Everywhere is different. So we don't know what's normal for them. It may not be normal for us. You know what I'm saying? So it could be normal for them.
If you're sleeping, you're not learning anything if you're sleeping.
It's not normal for us, like I said. But for somewhere else in the US and in this country, it may be normal for the kids to run and play while, hey, I don't know. I have not been to the church. I don't know everything about it. So it could be normal for them. I don't know. But real quick, for LaKendra, can we toss some prayer hands in the chat, please, for a speedy recovery? Can we do that for her, please? Let's turn it up. Let's toss some prayer hands in there for her. Let her know that we're all here for her and anyone else. If anything happens, this is a place where you can come, talk about it. We love you. We love you here. So we're going to toss some prayer hands in there. Speedy recovery. You will be home soon. Out with us. You know you got a community out here in YouTube land. Even though we don't know each other personally, we got love for each other. And that all that matters. Thank you, guys. Yes, I like it. Thanks. Even though you guys are in the bushes, if you guys could just toss them in there too, that would be great. You don't have to say nothing else. But yeah, let's go ahead. Let's move on because, you know, we got to keep things positive. Some people like to bring negativity your way, but you know how you deal with that? You don't. Because I know I won't. But let's see. Make It Go Viral TV says, I just don't trust the parents at all. I don't know. I mean, because I don't know their culture. I don't trust them because it's too many stories. But at the same time, it's like I don't know their story. Because it already seems like their relationship and how they, just the way they carry themselves is a lot different from me. So I really don't know. Let's see. Thank you guys for all those prayer hands. Thank you. Thank you. LaKendra, I hope you're feeling the love out there, girl. We love you. Let's see. Jessa says, can barely hear her. It's kind of low. You can barely hear me or you new news? Let me know. I think they let them in so they didn't get a warrant. Oh, so they let them in the house so they didn't get a warrant. Jessa says she believes that they just let them in the house so they didn't get a search warrant. I mean, I guess that would be smart because if they get a search warrant, they're gonna tear your house up. So I don't know. I don't know what they did. See all my love. I see all my love in there. All right, so I'm gonna read the one from. This is gonna be when they have one last day. So now we're on July 7th, and it says, I'm not pleading with the criminals like a lot of you would, and I'm not even waiting on a third day. Let me fix this real quick. Oops, I didn't mean to knock her off. Hold on. Let's fix that. There we go. There she goes. Okay, it says, I'm not pleading with the criminals like a lot of you would, and I'm not even waiting on the third day. I am calling on the living God to please help bring Summer home. And yeah, I may be wrong, but for all my pain they caused, I pray and I plead with God, please let them come to their senses or come to end one way or another. Please, God, help me, I pray. Please, God, not for me, but for your name's sake, please bring this to an end quickly. In the name of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, amen. So there he's saying he's not even going to wait till the third day after he already gave them the third day and the second day. Now he's not going to wait on the third day. So I don't know what he's going through right now. I'm really trying to think of what he could possibly, who could think of that? You know, you lost your daughter. We don't know under what circumstances. So he said he's not even going to do that. Then he says, to all who are trying to help through psychics, thanks. I know you want help, but I'm going to read it what I think he's saying because he doesn't spell words. What I think he's saying is, to all who are trying to help through psychics, thanks. I know you want to help, but what does the Bible say? Leviticus 19 through 31. So we looked up Leviticus 19 through 31. And I don't know, you new news, did you look that up? Did you
Yes.
get it that I sent it to you? Okay, let me put you on there. Let me see if I can make you big.
You can make me small. I want to be big. I want to be big.
You don't got nothing on your little cube. I'll make you medium. Can I make you medium? I'll make you medium. There.
That's perfect. Okay. All right. So what it says on Leviticus
19, 31.
I'm not even going to try. It says, give no regard to mediums and familiar spirits. Do not seek after them to be defiled by them. I am the Lord your God. 1931.
So that's Leviticus 19 through 31. So he's basically saying, thanks for your help, but no thanks. Hey, that's how he feels. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, he's basically saying they're not of God. That's what he's saying too. by saying defiling.
Right. So this is also what he writes on. Let me make sure he didn't write this twice, and I'm going to read it to you guys twice. Okay. So he also writes, this is the same day. He says, to the abductors of my beautiful child, Summer Moon, Utah Wells. Maybe I didn't have the right to ask for such a horrific end to your lives. But that's how I've been feeling inside, is horror every day, every night, over and over, day and night, not ending. I'm trying to put faith in God that he will watch her and soften your heart. Please have mercy on her, as she is a child of God and has only loved from day one. Maybe you have never had this kind of love, and I pray if you will turn to God, you will have never-ending love. Maybe not much from people, but there are people who genuinely love Summer, and there are people that genuinely love like Summer does. Please, God, take out the heart of stone, replace it with a heart of flesh. He loves everyone the same. He came to heal brokenhearted and make the blind to see, like me. Please let God show you the way, no tricks, because he's merciful. He is a merciful God and wants to help us all learn to be like him, loving and merciful. Please let God help you, and please let God have the mercy on my beautiful daughter. Do not let Satan and his murderer and do not let Satan do not listen to Satan. He is a murderer and only wants to destroy, deceive, divide, and destroy. May God come to help you and do the right thing. I pray for you and my loving daughter. Please choose love. So that is also what he writes on the 7th. So I don't know if he went back on his threats about the 3 days, but that's what he then says. Then he says, well, let me go to the comments and see what you guys are saying. Notorious Nancy says, country folks have a different way of life than city folks. So, hey, that's true. Like I was saying, I don't really know how they do it out there, but it could be normal. I don't know. I don't know their way of living. I'm just trying to look at it from the outside and think of what they're going through, both sides of it. And this is on the 8th. I'm not reading all of his, but just the major ones. And this is going to be the last one I read. And then we could come on here tomorrow and we could discuss more of what he's talking about. I also want to kind of touch on the mom. And no, I did want to talk about how they're trying to put everything on Hunter. So we'll talk about how they're trying to put all of this on Hunter, as well as mix in some of Candace and stuff. But this is going to be the last post that I'm going to read. We can talk about it, and then I'm going to get off of here. So he says, okay, there, it's fully on there. He says, we really need help finding this red pickup truck with a ladder rack. Not sure of the make, Toyota, not the one pictured, but something like it. I just found out that it was parked at the bottom of our driveway around the time Summer's disappearance. Please help us locate this truck. It did have buckets in the back. So that's when he started throwing that in there. But I just figure he's grasping at any information. Now, where did this yellow vehicle come in? I don't know, but that's basically where we're going to end it, because we can go on and on and on. If I don't get on here tomorrow, most likely I will get on here tomorrow. Might be a little bit earlier, but we will talk about how they're trying to throw blame on Hunter and Allison, which is Hunter's mom, and we'll just go over a little bit more of what we think is going on in this situation. Got to do some more digging. You New News, is there anything that you want to
I want to show this video real quick about how he's giving up.
okay, go ahead.
29 days ago, Don Wells tells the Kingsport Times News that he is 100% sure his daughter was abducted, likely by someone hiding in the woods. He also says that there is a good chance that she is not alive. He also says he's been frustrated by search efforts. Wells says it was so horrific knowing that someone abducted her, and the cops are looking all around our house knowing that she's not there. I wish the police would have blocked off both ends of Beach Creek. I can't blame them, but I'm upset. It's too little, too late now. Wells tells the paper he was so upset he couldn't take a lie detector test for 2 days after the disappearance, and that Summer's mother was made to wait 5 days before being tested. He says they passed the tests, but could still be under suspicion. This is what else Wells tells the Times News, quote, I don't know if we were completely cleared because that's not admissible in court. Summer's mother, Candace, was at a prayer vigil for her daughter last night in Kingsport. She tells us she's hanging in there and keeping busy with her 3 boys. The TBI has received more than 1,000 tips in the case, but officials say they still don't know what led to Summer's disappearance. Today, the TBI turned off the digital Amber Alert sign on highway signs. The agency says there's no set time for Amber Alerts to remain on those signs because each case is different. The TBI, the FBI, and Hawkins County Sheriff's Department are all still investigating.
Oh, yes, we are going to have to keep looking for her.
He's giving up.
He says he's giving up, but no one just disappears, guys. No one just vanishes off of this earth, and we know that there are remains, or she is somewhere with someone. She's just not gone. So we will be back on here, or I will be back on here tomorrow. You News. She has, her channel. We all rock together. Nothing, like that, how some channels get. So whether you're going to catch one of us talking about something, but we will be back on here. I'll let you guys know for sure if it will be tomorrow or the day after. But if it's tomorrow, it's going to be earlier in the day. I just wanted to say hi to Blair Bush Project. Hi, thanks for joining us. Let me see, is there anyone else in here? Notorious Nancy says, there was a reason why they switched the Amber Alert. Yes, because in some cases, and I said this from the beginning, there's so many cases like with the Cal City boys, there was no Amber Alert. They said you need this, you need that, you need this. They had none of that information, and they did it from an Amber Alert, and they upped it to an endangered child alert with no car, make, model, none of the things they were saying that you have to have. So that was a little bit sketchy to me. Notorious Nancy says, Miss China, hope you feel better. Cindy, thank you guys. I know God got me, so I'll be okay. I mean, a little sore, but I'm all right. I'll catch you guys next time. Make sure you press your thumbs up. What is that?
That's the blood thing. Remember? Look, I read it.
Yeah. We'll talk about that tomorrow. We'll talk about the blood that they're saying could be on Summer. We will talk about that tomorrow. So I think I am going to hop on here tomorrow. So go ahead, hit those thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you'll know when I'm coming on. I normally put out a little post saying what time, because my times right now are up and down until I can find a certain time to come on faithfully. So, see you guys. Talk to you guys later.
Bye, you guys.